Hello and welcome back, team, to this live stream. It is Thursday, the 2nd of May. And yeah, of course, today we are going to, of course, walk through the technical analysis on Bitcoin. We can also take a look at Ethereum and then anything else you really want to look at as well. But before we, start jumping into the technical analysis, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Would really appreciate it. And yeah, then we can get rolling with what is going on. So, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, okay, this is sort of that decisive time, right? Is it time to get bullish on Bitcoin again? Is it time to start longing Bitcoin again? Those are the topics of today. And yeah, of course, Bitcoin is actually coming up to a major level of resistance, but also that decisive point where I could start to get bullish on Bitcoin, right? And I could start getting bullish on Bitcoin, and I could start longing Bitcoin and looking for higher prices. Okay, so as we can very clearly see, right, I've been saying this for a very long time now. Bitcoin is in bearish market structure. Here, when we entered into this short trade, right, I was actually expecting another lower low to be put in. Right, I was expecting range low to be tapped and a new low to be formed, as we can see right here. That low has been formed. And of course, now, right, because we form this new lower low, the expectation is that we actually come up and form another lower high, where from there we have to also have that decision of whether Bitcoin is going to make another move towards the downside, breaking towards the downside out of this range that it is in and forming a new lower low, because that is a possibility. Or is price going to rise, break this previous lower high here, and then continue higher back up to all-time highs? Okay, so those are sort of the decisions that we need to make in the coming days, weeks, months, however long it takes, right, for Bitcoin to come and take this high right here. Because initially, right, we're in a bull market. Our expectation is that we are going to break this bearish market structure, and we are going to continue this uptrend and continue making higher highs within Bitcoin. That is the expectation, right? We're in a bull market, but then there also is that possibility that, okay, possibly there could be a little bit of a pause of this bull market. We could see further downside before then seeing another move towards the upside back to all-time high. So yeah, right now, Bitcoin is, like I said, coming into that major level of resistance, major sort of, or should I say that decisive time where we either see a heavy rejection off of this level and we come down to $52,000, or we get a reclaim and we can be looking to long and look for mid-range of the parallel channel possibly. But we also do have to be aware that price could continue this bearish market structure by putting in a new lower high, and then we move lower. Okay, so that is sort of what we need to sort of determine, really. So let's talk about what is currently happening right now. So in the Discord, I was updating the team here. Okay, yesterday at 9:17 a.m. I did cover this in the live stream yesterday. But yeah, basically I was saying open interest is decreasing. So the pullback this morning isn't the best, right? Order flow can give us really good information on what the price of Bitcoin is doing, okay? And if a trend is strong or if a trend is weak, right? And this was actually a weak pullback. Coming down to range low, this was a weak pullback. Why was it a weak pullback? Well, we had minus 43 negative delta, minus 15 negative delta, 167 million volume here, 90 million volume here. So, initially looking at that, right, you could say this is a healthy pullback. But if you take a look at the open interest, you can see open interest is decreasing. So what is happening? Well, we're seeing participants actually leaving the market. So this isn't a healthy pullback. For a healthy pullback, we would like to see open interest increasing. Okay, if we see open interest increasing, like we did on the original part of the move, okay, then we can be expecting lower prices. But as price broke below range low, that's when we started to look or the downtrend started to look weak, so we can then look for price to reverse, right? That's exactly what I was looking for. I then went on to say, like I said this morning, the pullback is weak. Now look what's happening. order flow is king, because order flow is king, right? I was saying the pullback is not the best, it's weak. So the expectation is we either have consolidation or a rise. And in this instance, we had both. We had a bit of consolidation and then the rise. Okay, of course, we had session, was it the VWAP coming in as a bit of resistance, got a pull back towards the upside. Okay, so for the off of range low. That's what I'm telling the team on the Discord. And as you can see here, I'd call that a rejection, because that was a pretty harsh rejection off of the range low. Now, I did say yesterday, right, there's still a possibility we could come up and test the range low again as resistance, and possibly even reclaim it and look for higher prices. That was something I was saying yesterday, because again, right, this pullback that we saw here wasn't the best, right? It was a weak pullback. So the expectation is, right, we're probably going to see another move towards the upside. Okay. For a rejection, for a solid rejection off of this level, I would like to see high negative delta, high volume, and open interest increasing. Okay. So kind of what we saw here. But we want to see that open interest increasing for it to be a strong pullback, for it to be a strong rejection off of that level. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what order flow is doing as of right now. So we're on the 30-minute time frame, and we can zoom in, right? And to be honest with you, I like this rise towards the upside. It's okay. It's not the best rise, right? We open interest could be a little bit more bullish, right? But I'm happy because we have increased in the open interest by a fair few million. Okay, we have a fair few million open interest increases here. So for me, this rise is okay. It's sustainable, right? So we have nice positive delta. We have okay volume. It's not the best, but it's okay volume. We have to remember, right, this move isn't anything major. It's not a huge move towards the upside. It is a nice move towards the upside, but it's not a huge move, right? So this is to be expected, right? We're looking bullish. Okay, we're looking bullish, right? So for me, if we can reclaim this, then I am happy to enter into a long trade, and I am happy to target higher prices. Just seeing that is a comment, 506 Kevin AC. Hello, my brother. Follow you and follow back. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you're on Kick, I think I can see. Yeah, also streaming on Kick. But yeah, right now we can see Bitcoin is trying to reclaim this level. It is trying to reclaim the level, right? And this is bullish. And this is why I start to switch my mindset up a little bit, right? If we're going to reclaim this, I'm now looking for longs. Okay, of course, we are pretty heavily short at this moment in time. Okay, you can see these are the shorts that I hope have opened up. So we entered into these shorts at, first of all-time high. Let's get the pen tool up again. So I entered into the first short at all-time high. Of course, this setup was given to the team in the Visionary Discord. We then had the short that I gave to the team here as well. And then, of course, this most recent short here. So, yeah, this bottom trade here is the short from all-time high. Then we had this short, which is the most recent short, which was from this high right here. So I am pretty heavily short, and I have taken a lot of profits off of those trades. And I've been fairly bearish on the price of Bitcoin for a while. And this is sort of that decisive moment where I could actually start flipping bullish again, right? I could start flipping bullish again, and I would I'd happily flip bullish again and start to long Bitcoin again. I'm happy to do so. But yeah, I have been bearish on the price of Bitcoin ever since we made that all-time high back on the 14th of March. And for me, that was the right decision. Okay, it depends how you trade, right? For me, I'm like a intraday swing trader, okay, intraday/swing trader. So I'm looking for these moves towards the downside, right? If you're just like a higher time frame swing trader, and you're trading on the daily, to be honest, even the daily, I would have looked for shorts up here, to be honest with you. But let's look at the weekly. To be honest with you, I would have looked at short trades on any time frame, to be honest with you. But yeah, I know if you're thinking like long term, then of course it's not right to be entering into shorts up here, of course, because you're thinking about 6 months to a year time. Okay, you're not, but for me, I'm looking for swing trades. I'm looking to hold these trades open for a few weeks, and then my bias may shift, right? So I'm bearish for an extensive period of time, and then I'll switch my bias to bullish. And with day trading as well, right? One day I can be bearish, one day I can be bullish. Okay, it can change, and I'm just it's what works for me, right? It's what works for me. Shorting recently has really, really worked for me, but I understand that shorting here is not the right thing to be doing. Right here is that, like I said, that decisive moment, right? Is my mindset going to shift? Is my bias going to shift? Are we going to start looking for long trades? That's exactly, how I'm thinking. This level here is a key level for me. And I'm thinking, right, okay, if we can reclaim this, I'm going to long, and I'm happily going to long. We could even take a long on this live stream as well, right? If we reclaim this level on this live stream, I will happily take a long. If not, of course, I will give the setup, as I always do, to the team on the Visionary Discord. So if you want access to this, click the first link in the description. It will take you over to this page right here where you can gain access to the Visionary Discord. Of course, we have the paid membership, but we do currently run a 1-day free trial. So just sign up, see what it's all about, and yeah, check it out. Check it out because yes, it's free, no details required. Your email, and that's about it. Okay. But yeah, you can see, I've been pretty bearish on the price of Bitcoin for some time, right? Previously, I was very bullish on the price of Bitcoin, taking the odd short here and there. But yeah, mainly I have been short on the price of Bitcoin, taking a few longs here and there. But yeah, mainly short on the price of Bitcoin, and yeah, just waiting for this reclaim. Really, just waiting for this reclaim. I don't really want to look for shorts here. Of course, if we do get a heavy rejection off of this level, I may add to the short trades, but I won't initially enter into a new short trade. Here, for me, it's just not the level to be shorting, right? The levels that were, to be shorted were the short that I took here, the short that I took here, and the short that I took all the way up here, as well. So yeah, just looking at this price action as well, even if we're going to continue this bearish market structure and we're going to come down to $51,700, I'm still not happy to short here. I would rather short at higher prices. So I talked about this yesterday, and this was all right. Let's put so looking at this, you can see the line here. This purple line for me, not just for me, but for anybody, is the monthly MPOC. So if we take a look at Exo charts, we take a look at this one here, the monthly MPOCs. Okay, we have a nice monthly MPOC here at $63,850. So this is a key level of interest for me. When I see a key level of interest, I want to look for confluence, okay? And at this level, we have value area low, which could come in as resistance. And we also have a GP786 level coming in from this high here, which we shorted, and then this low that we have just made here. So we have the GP786 coming in confluence with that monthly MPOC, and then of course that value area low as well. So this here is actually a level of interest that I would be looking to short, and this would be aligning with that bias that I have of possibly forming another lower low. So if that is a possibility, then I would most likely expect price to actually reject from here. Of course, we do have a daily MPOC at 61,975 here. For me, it's not a major level just because there isn't any confluence there for me. Yeah, so there's no confluence. So I'm not really too interested in actually shorting that level. I would just rather wait for the GP786 in confluence with the monthly MPOC, and then from there, that's where we're targeting $51,800, right? That's where we're targeting $51,800. So yeah, for me, that's a level of strong resistance. That's a level that I would be looking to short. As you can see, this is, of course, it's not set in stone that I'm going to short this level. I would like to see long absorption coming into this level. And of course, looking at this, okay, this is what will determine whether we get long absorption or not. Okay, looking at the CBD down here, if we get long absorption, then I would more than happily enter into a short trade from there. So yeah, let's see what price is doing right now. Let's go on to the lower time frames and see, right? Because we are reclaiming this level as of right now. We are reclaiming range low. So I am going to be looking for a long trade soon. And I will probably enter this long trade on a smaller time frame, maybe the 15-minute, maybe the 30-minute. We'll see. Okay, so we have reclaimed it here. Okay, I might wait a little bit, just see if we can get a reclaim of it on the 30-minute, and then I would be happy to actually take a long, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at order flow. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing open interest decrease a little bit, but initially open interest is increasing, right? So yeah, maybe in about 13 minutes time, I'll be looking for a long trade from here. We'll have to see. Talking about Ethereum as well, this was a difficult one. There was a long trade to be had on Ethereum, but I didn't take it just because I was thinking, right, we look so similar to Bitcoin right here, but we haven't taken this low out like we did on Bitcoin. So I would have rather have seen that low being taken out. If we took out that low, then I would have more than happily entered into a long trade on Ethereum. But yeah, Ethereum's moving up with Bitcoin, of course. But yeah, I guess it's just patience now, right? Patience. We'll see if we get this reclaim on the 30-minute, 12 minutes time. We'll see. If we can get that reclaim, then I'll be happy to take a long, to be honest with you. And it's not like I'm expecting price to come to all-time highs after entering into this long trade. That's not how my mindset is working at this moment in time. Of course, I would love to take a long trade all the way up to all-time high. That would be really nice, of course. But right now, my mindset is just still bearish because we're in this bearish market structure. So even if we are going to long this, even if I take a long from here, my expectation is that price still forms a lower high here, and then we come down and form a lower low. That would still be my expectation. So value area low would be that level where I would take that TP1 on the long trade. And of course, we have possibly the short setup from there as well. So we could take this long up to that monthly MPOC. Let's just bring it back up again. We could take it up to this monthly MPOC, right? And then we could see the short trade activated from here, and then we get the pullback. So yeah, we have to take that into consideration. If we're longing this, we're not targeting all-time high. If we break above this MPOC with strength and we don't get long absorption, and then we come and take out this high here, this lower high up here at the POC, and we get above that POC, then I'd be happy to say, right, let's take this long to all-time high. But at this moment in time, it's too early to say that. It's way too early to say that. So we just have to remain patient and see what happens if price comes up to the monthly MPOC, because there could be the short trade setup. And if you're trying to take this long trade up to all-time high, but then there's a short trade setup here, and then you see price retrace, right? You see price retrace, take out your stop loss, and then make another lower low, then you're really going to regret your decision of taking profit here and entering into the short, right? Because the short setup is potentially going to be there. Right now, there is a high probability, just because of the confluence, that we are going to get a rejection off of this level if we reclaim this and if we see the rise towards the upside. So yeah, of course, it's not set in stone, but for me, looking at this, there's a high probability of it, just because there's so much resistance there, but also because, as I always say, well, not always say, but I'm saying a lot at this moment in time, because we're in bearish market structure, right? And I would be saying the exact same thing if we were in bullish market structure, right? I'd be saying the exact same thing. If I'm looking for short trades, I would be aware that we're in bullish market structure. So the next long trading opportunity that I get, I'm going to take it, right? I'm not going to ignore it. And this, comes back to, it's never okay to always be long on the price of Bitcoin, and it's never always be short on the price of Bitcoin. I understand that I've been short on the price of Bitcoin for a very long time, but I cannot continue to be short on the price of Bitcoin if I'm seeing signs of strength. We're seeing a slight sign of strength here. If we reclaim it, it's a lot stronger. It's a much stronger sign of strength, right? And we can never be over, but I like to stay neutral here. And if you are slightly bearish, like I have been, okay, you need to be easily influenced if you start to see bullish signs, okay? You need to be easily influenced, because if you're just constantly bearish and you see the reclaim here and you see a big rise towards the upside, then you're gonna get wrecked. You are gonna get wrecked. But yeah, let's see how much longer we got. 7 minutes. I'd be happy to long this, to be honest. It's just a very simple long trade with a simple invalidation. It's just a very, and understanding my risk management as well. I have very good risk management, and I know that if I take this trade and it does end up losing, it's not going to affect me, because I've positioned myself in such a way that if I do enter into a long trade and it gets stopped out and we see lower prices, I am going to still profit off of the move, because I still have a little bit left in those short trades that I entered up all the way up here, okay, all the way back here. So yeah, I am positioned in a profitable way. This is the aim of the game, really. The aim of the game is to never be long or like just long on the price of Bitcoin or just short on the price of Bitcoin. You always want to enter into your trades, take the profit, and then leave a little bit left in the trade, just in case you do come across a loss, because no one's perfect. No one's going to win every single trade. I myself do not win every single trade, right? I do win the majority of my trades, but I don't win every single one of the trades, okay? And I understand this, and that's why I leave a little bit left in the trade, a little bit of capital left in the trade, just in case I am wrong, because it does happen. Okay, it does happen. An example of that was right here. I took a long, right? I said it was an acceptable long, and I was trading on the 15-minute time frame here. It was an acceptable long, to be honest with you. We can take a look at that. It was an acceptable long. I just entered into it a little bit too early. So I entered into the long here. Okay, you can see this is exactly the same price action, right? So I entered into the long here, and we got a little rise towards the upside up to the mid-range of the parallel channel here, and then we got the rejection taking out the low again. Then we got a new long trade set up, and then that took us up to range high, which I was initially targeting on the first trade. So I was right to take a long trade here, but I was just incorrect in my decision of not taking the second long trade. Okay, that was where I was incorrect. It's not really that I was incorrect, to be honest with you. I wasn't. I just didn't see the need to trade it, to be honest, because I have been trading the higher time frames at this moment in time, and that was on a lower time frame. Let's see, 5 minutes. Right, I'm just going to pop to the toilet quick. I'm going to come back, and I'm probably going to take a long off of this. Four minutes, right? We'll see, but I'm probably going to take a long off of this, to be honest with you. I would have liked to enter into a long trade at lower prices, and I would have 100% have entered into a trade at lower prices if, I said this yesterday, if we took out this low. If we took out 56,415, okay, say, this price action here was irrelevant, right? Say we came down, we took it out for an SFP, I would have happily longed that up here, maybe taken a TP here, and then added to the position if we if we got a reclaim of it. That would have been the preferred scenario, but of course you cannot you cannot tell price what to do. Price does what it wants, and we didn't get that. But yeah, I like it, to be honest with you. And it's not that, again, it's not the expectation is, yes, that we come to range high, but what we have to understand is that we're in bearish market structure. I know I say this a lot, but we're in bearish market structure, and we have been failing to come to range because all of this, right, to come up to range high. So why I'm targeting range of the parallel channel and range high if we had tapped range high here, because initially we wouldn't be in bearish market if we tap these highs here. So just because we're in bearish market structure here, value area low is the TP on the trade, right? The TP1. And then from there, we possibly look for that short trade. Two minutes. I'm probably gonna enter on both of my accounts as well, to be honest with you. So I'll get my account up on my phone as well. I am probably going to enter, and yeah, I'm going to enter into a long now, probably. Let's just pull up the exchange. You're very lucky that you're watching me enter into a long here, because this is usually for the visionary members. Right. Let's enter a long here. This is a low leverage entry for me as well. Well, I've taken the long there. Let's take the long on here now. Right. Isolated. Alright, what's the liquidation price? Yeah, that's way too high leverage. Let's move that down about 30x. A little bit lower, maybe. Right. Right, I've just taken a long on. Let's just update the team quick as well. My stop is just below the low, so that's sort of what the trade looks like. I'll pull the trade up on the screen in a second. Give me 2 secs. Oh, don't want to type on it. Yeah, of course, we have 28 minutes until we can possibly reclaim it on the 8 hour. So we have 28 minutes left of this 8 hour candle. But yeah, I'm happy to just take the long here. And I understand, right, if we start to get a major rejection off of it and I see major weakness, then I'm happy to close that early. Let's just pull up for you guys here. Right, so I've just entered into the long here. So this is the new long trade that I've just entered into right there. Of course, these are the shorts that we have. But yeah, I'm happy to long this, to be honest with you. Just leave that on the screen. We'll just see how it plays out. Ethereum, I'm not going to take the long. I missed the long, right? The long was from, let's pull the Ethereum long up here. The long on Ethereum would have looked something like this, right? So I'm not going to enter into the long trade on Ethereum. I'm not too interested in that anymore. Yeah, like I said, I would have preferred it to have taken out the low. If it took out the low here, then I would have 100% entered into the long there, but it didn't. So I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to FOMO into that long trade on Ethereum. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, any of you guys that are watching this are very lucky because, like I said, this is just something that I would share to the team. As you can see on the Discord, this is where I give all of my trades away. But thankfully for you guys, yeah, the long trade setup has been given on stream because I am streaming at this moment in time. So yeah, let's see how this pans out. Of course, this is like a intraday swing trade, right? I'm not expecting price to come up to value area low now or in an hour or even today. Okay, this is going to take a few days possibly to come up there. Of course, we could see a nice bullish move up there because we have seen a big bearish move down. So what we tend to see is when you see big moves towards the downside, big quick moves towards the downside, it can be bought up very quickly. Yeah, there is a possibility. Yeah, we could get a quick sharp move up, but we'll have to see. Have to see how that plays out. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'll be happy to answer any. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button. I would really, really appreciate it. But yeah, expectation for this, like I said, it's not a trade that I'm expecting to take up to all-time high again. I'm not expecting that. I'm not even expecting it to come up to the POC, the mid-range of the parallel channel. I'm not even expecting that. All I'm expecting is value area low off of this trade, where from there, then we can look for that short trade, right? We can look for the short trade there. Because we have to understand, right? Price is bearish. And I'm going to remain bearish until it starts to show me more bullish signs, right? This is starting to look bullish. This is a sign of strength, but it's not a sign to flip bullish again, right? This is just a sign to look for long trades, take that up to your resistance to say, and then you look for your short trades there. If you don't get the short trades, then you ride the long trade higher. But yeah, like I said, I'm not interested in taking this all the way up to mid-range of the parallel channel or even range high. Of course, right, it could happen. Okay, we could see mid-range being taken. Okay, and then we could see all-time high, of course, and I will be in a position where I can profit off of that because I will keep capital within the trade. Right, I'll probably take 50% here let the rest of the 50% run. Okay, maybe I'll take 60%, let the rest run, let the 40% run. We'll have to see how it does. We'll have to see what the reaction is like at this level. If we're looking bearish, okay, up here, and then we get the short trade entry, then I'm going to take more profits off of the table because I understand we're most likely going to pull back. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. But yeah, again, any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer any. And hopefully the stream is working well as well. Hopefully everything's going okay. I have started using a different streaming software, which is actually online rather than using something like OBS or Streamlabs, which is on your desktop, just because it seems to work a lot better. It seems to work when my Wi-Fi is a bit rubbish, right? I live in the middle of nowhere. We don't get fiber. I don't know if that's what you call it wherever you're from, but in the UK we have fiber. And yeah, I live in the sticks, so we don't get fiber out here, which is like fast Wi-Fi. But it does the job, to be honest with you. It does the job. Again, if you want access to the Visionary Discord, where I give all of my trades away, in-depth analysis as well, daily market updates, of course, and yeah, questions as well. You can ask me anything about any trades that I'm taking, yeah, anything. Then yeah, first link in the description will take you to this page here. Of course, we have a 1-day free trial, so just try it out. But yeah, make sure you subscribe as well if you haven't already. Let's see what the subscriber count is. 151. So we've gained a few since the stream yesterday, which is nice. So have a quick look at the S&P 500. Of course, the stock market is something that's quite good to look at as well, just because they are in correlation, right? Bitcoin and the stock market are in correlation, so it is something that is good to look at. I can see, I think, oh, okay, so I can see where people are watching from. So I can see 3 people on X and 1 on YouTube. That's nice to see. Yeah, if you're watching it on X, then yeah, make sure you head over to the channel and come and subscribe on the channel as well. Because I do also do videos as well, not just live streams. I've only just started doing these live streams. But yeah, if you want me to do them every day as well, then I'll be happy to do them every day. Let's have a look at order flow again. So down here, we did actually have bullish divergences coming in. We had short absorption, right? That's obviously good. But down here, like I said, I don't know, was that in the stream yesterday? No, I said it in the daily market update, I think this morning for the team. Okay, we're getting a bit of an open interest increase. That's good. That's what we want to see. Right, we can see longs are coming in. Open interest is increasing. That's good, right? We want to see that. We just want to see that follow through. But yeah, we had this morning. Yes, yeah, it was this morning. So it was in the daily market update that I was doing this morning for the team. Yeah, we had bullish divergences coming in this morning. So yeah, short absorption, which is good. Okay, but there was no long trade to be had here. Like I said to the team this morning, there was no long trade to be had. Um, yeah, it's just sort of an indication, right? We can be looking for higher prices. My lights are bugging out. What's going on? So yeah, right. Right now is just patience, okay? It's just patience. This is, what I say to the team a lot of the time. Patience pays, right? You just remain patient, okay? We remained patient for this level here, myself and the team. We remained patient. Price came up. We tapped the level. We entered into the short trade. From there, we sit back, we remain patient, and we look for our lower price targets. That's exactly what happens, right? And it's the exact same scenario here, right? We've entered into the trade now. Okay, we're in a long trade, and yeah, the expected what we do now is we remain patient, right? We have our higher price targets. Of course, we have our stop loss in place, um, and yeah, we just remain patient. Wait for our trade to play out. If it doesn't play out in our favor, okay, of course, losses are a part of the game. Well, in this instance, right, if we do take a loss here, it's not going to be, it's not going to be any it's not really going to affect, well, it's not going to affect me anyway, because my risk management is good. I understand if I take a loss here and if we see price, um, s- uh, you know, if we see lower prices, right, these short trades are just going to continue to print. Okay, print me more. So yeah, those will be paying for the potential loss that we could take on this trade here. And of course, I have taken a lot of profit off of these trades as well. But yeah, the expectation is now we get a rise towards the upside. Now, you may be thinking, why aren't I? If I'm entering into a long trade, why am I not closing these trades? It's like just what I said, right? Yeah, of course, no trade is guaranteed. So if we do get stopped out of this one, these are going to pay for the loss and more as well. Okay, if we see much lower prices, the aim of the game, like I said earlier, is to be prepared for all scenarios. Okay, at this moment in time, I'm now prepared for all scenarios. I'm in a long trade. If we get this rise, great. I'll be taking profit off of the long trade as price goes up. The short trades, I've already taken a lot of profit off of those trades. So I'm not too worried about taking any more profit off of that. Okay, of course it is a lot. Okay, here's what, around maybe over $6,000 here that I would lose if we were to come up to say range high all the way up here. But yeah, you can see I've already taken a lot of profit off of that, so it's not really, it doesn't really affect me at all. Open interest is still increasing. That's good. That's what we want to see. We just want to see some nice positive delta, some nice volume coming in to push that price higher, right? We're getting a rise now. It's just a matter of patience. Any questions? Any questions at all? Just yeah, of course, let me know. Um, for anybody watching on X, I don't know if you can. So yeah, more than welcome to head over to YouTube and ask me anything there. I'll have a look. I don't actually know if you can. Yeah, it seems to be working on X, so I just don't think you can comment on X, to be honest with you. Ideally, we would like to see the reclaim on the 8 hour. That's sort of the biggest sign of strength, right? That will be coming in 10 minutes. So that would be the biggest sign of strength if we can get that reclaim on the 8 hour. So like I said, it's nice that we're getting an open interest increase. We just need to see that positive delta coming in, to be honest, like more positive delta. Let me know if any of you guys are in any trades at this moment in time. Be interested to know. I'd just be interested to know what your guys' bias is on the market at this moment in time. I've told you my bias quite a lot. I am initially bearish on the price of Bitcoin at this moment in time. I know I'm taking a long, but um, until we break this lower high here at the POC, then I'm going to remain bearish on the price of Bitcoin. Because, like I said, I understand that price can come up to this GP786 in confluence with the monthly MPOC. We can look very bearish there. Price pulls back, forms another lower low. That could take us most likely to $51,750. See, I am still cautious, right? I am still cautious. Bearish market structure. Trend is your friend until the end, right? We have to remain cautious. I think we've only got one like on YouTube, so anyone watching on YouTube, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. So 4 minutes 40 seconds until we get that reclaim on the 8 hour, and that's that, sort of like real sign of strength. And then of course we want to use it as support. That would be the real sign of strength. It's not the best like reclaim of it. If we say we close the candle now, because it's quite a shallow reclaim of it. But a reclaim's a reclaim, really. Cool. Yeah. Any questions? I'm happy to answer any. So just yeah, let me know in the chat. Interested to know what your guys' takes on the market are as well. Everyone has their opinion, don't they? And sort of, you guys know what my opinion is, so yeah, I'll be happy to hear yours, right? Market structure's bearish, right? So I'm just bearish at this moment in time. Yes, I've entered into a long here, but this long could just take us up to another lower high. Okay, where from there, right, we can actually look for a short trade up here and then take that down to that major level, right? That major level down here at $51,727, which is the POC. From this range right here, we also do have a monthly MPOC in perfect confluence with that at $51,750, right? Perfect confluence with that. So yeah, that would be a nice long trade from there, to be honest with you. If we did come down here, I would be looking for a long trade wherever we take that up to. It could just be retesting the previous, well, it would be called the previous range low, where from there, it's just another lower high. It could be a possibility, right? And then we go even lower, or right, we actually re-enter it, and then we can look for all-time highs again. Okay, if we were to get a rejection and form another lower high here, and we were to come back down, take out this low here, that's when we're getting extremely bearish, right? That's when we're looking at really like $43,000. But yeah, I don't want to I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, right? That's very, very far away at this moment in time. All right, so here we are. So we've reclaimed range low in 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We've reclaimed range low. Now we just want to use it as support, really. We use it as support, then we're happy days, right? We're looking for this long trade to take us up to, at least value area low of the range. And from there, it's, do we short the monthly MPOC? That's the question that we have from up there. If it says 7 people are watching it on X. If any of you could just head over to YouTube, smash that thumbs up button, I would really, really appreciate that. Yeah, just try and get this stream going a little bit, maybe. I have only just started live streaming, so I understand that it's going to be a bit slow. But yeah, it'd be nice to see lots of people in here. It'd be nice to see, maybe a community growing, maybe lots of people asking questions, and we can get talking, really. Just talking about trading, to be honest with you. This is something, I'll show you something. So I don't know if any of you here were watching the stream yesterday, but what I'm about to show you is so valuable, absolutely so valuable. And I looked at it yesterday, but I was looking at, so I haven't looked at it, I haven't looked at it for a while. And from what I understand now, they have a new website. So this was the old website, right? This is what I'm about to show you. It's charts.wooble.com. But what I didn't realize is I think they've got a new website, and it's called woocharts.com. So yeah, I think yesterday on the live stream I did give away the the wrong website. So this is the new website that they have. I didn't know, to be honest. I hadn't looked at it in a long time, but woocharts.com. But this is something that I look at mainly for this chart right here, this Bitcoin price models. This is just amazing. It just perfectly predicts bottoms of bear markets, perfectly predicts the top of bull markets as well. And let's just talk about this briefly. Let's just talk about it. So this new website is a lot easier to use as well. A lot easier to use. Previous one was a bit outdated, but yeah, let's take a look at this. So what we're focusing on, right? We can actually turn off. So if I remember correctly, yeah, you can just turn these off. So yeah, the only two that we are looking at, right, are of course the price action, which is in the blue here, the market price. And then we are looking at the CVDD, which is the lower band. Then we have the top, it's just called the top, pretty plain and simple, which is the top band. Now just look how perfectly this has predicted tops of bull markets and bottoms of bear markets right here. Okay, this was back in June the 8th. No, June the 9th, 2011. This perfectly predicted the top of the bull market in 2011. Then we saw a huge pullback, right? What did it do? Okay, the CVDD floor, right? It perfectly predicted on November the 18th, 2011, it perfectly predicted the low of the bear market, right, in 2011. Okay, you can see, yes, it did front run it ever so slightly, but you can never take, levels like this as, never take them as levels, sort of view them as zones. But yeah, just look how perfectly it predicted that. Okay, then after that, we got the rise towards the upside. Where did it take us all the way up to? Well, it took us up to the top here. Okay, on April the 10th, I think. Yeah, April the 9th, 2013. Perfectly predicted the top of the bull market. Where from there, we got a correction. Okay, then a rise towards the upside. Okay, again, perfectly predicting the top. Okay, here back in November the 30th. Was it? No, here. November the 29th, 2013. Okay, perfectly predicting the top there, where we got a big pullback. That was the bear market, right? Taking us all the way down to the low of the bear market on January the 14th, 2015. Okay, perfectly predicting it, as you can see right there. Huge bounce off that level. Where did it take us up to? Okay, well, it started this huge rally, taking us all the way up to the top of the bull market. Okay, December the 16th, 2017. You can see there, front run it slightly, but you view this as a level. You do not view this, you view this as a zone, not an exact dollar level, right? From there, big pull, big bear market, right? All the way down to where the CVDD floor perfectly predicted the bottom of the bear market right there. Again, it's not a level, it's a zone. Okay, and after that, what did we see? Well, we had the bull market, right? We had the bull market here. Okay, of course we had COVID, so yeah, even COVID, right? It sort of, yeah, it was a little bit too far away, but yeah, predicted it there again, right? Came all the way up, and yeah, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because it was forecasting the all-time high to be at like over 100,000, and this is what everybody was talking about as well, right? Bitcoin over 100,000. That's what everyone was saying in the previous bull market, right? But yeah, it didn't come up to the top there, but it made up for it because look what it did. It perfectly predicted the bottom of the bear market in 2020, right? November the 21st, 2020, perfectly predicted the bottom of the bear market there. And what happened? Well, the bull market started, right? So, yeah, this website is amazing, right? It just perfectly predicts the top and the bottoms, right? Yes, the top was forecasted to be, 100,000. 120,000, okay, but we didn't quite make it there. And right now, it's actually forecasting the top of the bull market to be 350,000. Yeah, do I expect that? No, not really, to be honest with you. But yeah, you can see it's perfectly predicting the bottom of the bear market. So yeah, I'd say this is very, very valuable. And to be honest with you, when we were coming down here, I was looking at this, and this is when I entered into the the biggest, not long trade, but spot buy, okay, trade that I've ever entered into down here. Just like looking at this. Also, I was looking at other bits of Confluence, okay, but I've never bought so much Bitcoin in my life down at $15,000. And I got into crypto. So I got into crypto late. I got into crypto at COVID, right? On this pullback here. I got into because I was in college at the time, and yeah, college ended early. I didn't end up doing my exams because of COVID, and I was sort of a bit stuck with what to do, to be honest with you. Like I hadn't planned to come out of college. I Yeah, didn't really have a plan because I was expecting to have like another half, like another 6 months of college, and that was where I'd do my exams and then I'll start thinking about maybe university, start thinking about a job or something like that. But then I was a bit like stuck with what to do, and then I got into trading the ES. That's where I started. I traded Tesla a lot as well. I made a lot of money in Tesla, um, and then yeah, Bitcoin. And this is when I started buying Bitcoin. To be honest with you, and then yeah, it was I'd like yeah. To be honest, me getting into crypto is kind of luck. I wouldn't say it was any sort of skill at the start because I did lose a lot of money at the start. I made a lot of money, but after I made all this money, then I lost a lot of it because I started trading and I didn't know what I was doing. But I initially just started buying Bitcoin down here, and even as it was rising, I was just buying, 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 buying. Um, and yeah, I was like, wow, I've made so much money because I'm obviously up here at the top of the bull market. And of course, I was in denial up here. I was like, no, we're going to keep going. We're going to go to 100,000. This isn't stopping. Of course, it did, right? We got a pullback. Okay, another rise towards the upside. And on this pullback here, I did lose a lot of money. And then, we had this rise towards the upside, and I was like, yeah, we're going 100,000 now. That's it. That's it. We're 100,000. We're going to the moon. And then, yeah, slapped across my face, lost a load of money here. Um, and Yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't start making money in like trading until like um how long ago? It was maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, which is when I started to become profitable, like more like break even. To be honest with you, and it's only like the past year and a bit where I've actually been profitable trading. I've been full time crypto during when I got into crypto. I was working on a building site as a labourer. I worked as a scaffolder as well, and I was making money literally to just put it into Bitcoin. And then, I was trading, but whilst I was trading, I was also still working on a building site. And then, once I started to become profitable, that's when, I was like, right, let's go full force at this. Let's, quit my job. At the time, I was in a position to, so I was like, right, let's just do it. And, it worked out for the best, to be honest with you. And ever since I've been trading, so that was about a year and a half ago. Um, And yeah, of course, I do not advise anyone to quit their job, but at that time, I had saved up a lot of money and a lot of money was invested. So I was comfortable doing that. And then I just literally every day just learning, 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 learning. And yeah, now I'm happy to say that, I've got to my goal. I'm a profitable trader, and I can just sit at home and trade all day, which is nice. But that's not what I do, of course. I used to day trade, like scalp trade more, but I just don't do that anymore because I just find myself stuck at the computer constantly. And then it plays with your emotions a lot. The hardest thing in trading isn't actually getting a trading strategy. That's the easy part. The hardest part, and even when I was losing money, I was like, how am I losing money when my strategy is so cemented? But it was all of the emotional aspect of it. And, once you get over that and you just don't think of any of these numbers here as like money, if you don't think of it as money, then, it's a bit, you make it easy for yourself because you stick to your strategy. You take profit where you know you should be taking profit. You cut your losses when you know you should be cutting losses. Right before that, okay, I was a bit emotional. Right, I would take profit early. That was the biggest downfall. Right, taking profit early. Because you take a loss. You take, especially when you're getting into trading and you're taking a lot of losses. Right, it's that loss that you think, right, I'm in a profit here, but it could also very quickly turn into a loss. So I'm going to I'm going to cut my profit early, right? I'm going to take profit here. That's fine. But then if you keep doing that and you keep taking profit early and you're not trusting your strategy, then, that's when you start losing money, because you're either just becoming a break-even trader, or the profit that you're making is not more than the losses that you're making. So you have to be making sure that the profit that you're making is more than the losses. It's just plain and simple, really, isn't it? But that's something that I really struggled with. I was always taking profit early and been like, right, I'm taking profit here, I don't want to lose this money. Because as soon as it would go down just at $100, right? Not the price of Bitcoin go down $100, but say the trade, right, went down $100. I was like, right, I've just lost $100 there. This is the end of the world. I need to take profit now. And then after I took profit, right, you saw the price hit my TP point that I should have taken profit at, or should have waited for to take profit at, but I didn't. I just cut my winnings early. That was my biggest issue trading. That was the biggest issue I had. Strategy wise, I had that cemented. I knew I'd back tested it so many times, and I back tested all these strategies that I would use. But yeah, the emotional aspect is the hardest bit within trading. Let me know if you've got any questions. If you've got any questions, yeah, just put them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer any questions. DXY is pulling back, so yeah, no, this is good, right? We want to see that DXY pull back, right, for this long trade. That's what we want to see. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Let's see if we've got 151. That's 2 more from yesterday. So yeah, if you're watching it on anywhere else, make sure you head over to YouTube, subscribe on the YouTube as well. If you're on Kick, subscribe on Kick or follow on Kick, as they say. If you want access to the Visionary Discord, where I give all of my trades away, all of the analysis that I'm looking at, daily market updates, everything like that, the education as well. First link in the description will take you over to this page here. You can sign up for the membership, of course, but we do have a 1-day free trial running at the moment. So make sure you take full advantage of that, because we won't run it for much longer. But 1-day free trial, no details required whatsoever other than your email. That's about it. And you don't get sent anything in your email either, don't worry. I won't send you anything. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. Really helps the channel out. And of course, any questions, just let me know. Let me know if you've got any questions, because how long have we been live for? 1 hour and 17 minutes. So yeah, I may end the live stream soon if I don't get any questions coming in. Nothing really much else to talk about, to be honest with you. I've given you bias. I've given you my bias on the market. I've given you why I've entered into the long trade. Future trades that I am possibly interested in taking, of course. So yeah, just ask me any questions. I'll be happy to answer. Okay, I think if there's no questions, then I think I might end the live stream there. So for any of you for any of you Visionary members, of course, I will be active in the Discord for the rest of the day, and then we do have, of course, the daily market update tomorrow morning as well. So so Friday tomorrow. Daily market update tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow evening, right? That's when the volatility is most likely going to drop off, because coming into the weekend, that tends to happen. Of course, on the weekend, sometimes we do see a fairly big move, but just have to see. So I'm going to end the live stream there. Thank you very much for watching, any of you that are here. I really appreciate it. Anyone that smashed that thumbs up button, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Anyone that subscribed, I really appreciate you as well. So gonna end it there. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you for the live stream tomorrow, roughly the same time. I haven't chosen a set time. I'm just sort of playing by ear at the moment, and then soon enough I will have a set time. But see you later.